Welcome to your Sunday, friends. This will be our last live fitness feed as we move into our get out of your head and back into your body wellness challenge. Technically, for those of you that are getting a jump start, today is the day that you are buying your groceries, maybe prepping your meals, planning your meals for the week, right? Seeing what I gave you, seeing what you want to do, planning out your fitness, your boot camps, your stretching. So for those of you that are with us, today is your day of pre-prep. And technically we ride on out into this week beginning our fitness challenge, Tuesday being the kickoff of our classes. So thank you so much for being here. This weekend's live fitness feed, 9 a.m. classes, we're to introduce the start of our 9 a.m. boot camps and stretching on the weekends. And again, to celebrate the start of our fitness challenge. So unfortunately, it will only be for this week, but you can absolutely catch the playback on our YouTube channel or on one of our Instagram pages and on Facebook. All right. So you can catch the playback really on like 3 or 4 different platforms. That being said, if you are joining the fitness challenge, you'll be logging into Zoom from here on out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays for your live classes. Otherwise, you'll be catching the playbacks as well at your own schedule. Today, we are stretching. Yesterday was boot camp, so if you were here to build strength, I am sorry, friends. You can catch an awesome playback of yesterday's class. What we did was increments these past 4 weeks, coming to completion this week 4 as we move into our challenge. And we finally came full circle with the weights in a very intense manner on our mats. Why? Because for 4 weeks, y'all have been training with me, right? So you guys were ready, you were prepared. And that's exactly what we're gonna get in this fitness challenge. Incremental increase in strength. Increase in your weights, but initially we dumb it down, we slow it down, and we lower the amount of weights that we use to really isolate the muscle to build strength, rather than using momentum, rather than using hit high intensity that often leaves you feeling injured or in pain. We're slowing it down, kind of doing a little kinesthetics here, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead, come on down to your mat. We're gonna start in a child's pose. Open up the hips nice and early here. Bring your big toes to touch behind you. I'm gonna move my block out of the way so you can see my hand movements. But for those of you that have blocks, usually right at the front of your mat is perfect. I do recommend 2 blocks, otherwise 2 pillows is absolutely fine. But you want something to help prop you up. This stretching is all about slowing it down and really peeling back the layers of stretch in your muscle. Not just addressing that initial layer of tension, but sinking in deep to the root and cause of your pain, okay? So big toes to touch at the back of your mat, knees to the wide edges of your mat, or as far as comfortable. It's okay if you've got them more in midline. Only you know what you need, so go there and take it. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sink into your pelvic floor. Feel your body become heavy as it gets pulled down by gravity. Next, inhale, start to walk the hands out forward in front of you. You've got a few options here with your exhale. You can come on down and bring your forehead to the earth, allowing your head and neck to hang heavy. You can stack palm on top of palm and then rest your forehead on the back of your hand. You can stack forearm on top of forearm and rest your forehead on the back of your arms. Or if you have a block or a pillow, you can use 1, 2 blocks, whatever's comfortable for you. I'm going to use a block today to lift me up from the ground because I have this mic headset on. But you guys, go ahead and try to make that connection to the earth. And with every inhale, pulling the top of your head away from your tailbone. And with every exhale, allowing that tailbone to sink deeper into the ground. Doing a self-study here. Take an inventory on you. What's going on in your internal world? How do you feel? Where is your mind? Deep breaths in, that belly protrudes, almost hitting the floor. Open mouth, exhales, letting it go. Breathing into the back and the back side of your lungs, your heart space. Maybe rocking your head from left to right to massage out your third eye space. Wherever you are, we will be here for another minute. So if you haven't grabbed a block, a prop, or stacked your palms to help lift the ground closer to your forehead, I invite you to do so now. Really breathing into that backside, feeling the vertebra open, expanding as space comes in. Open mouth, exhale, letting it go. Maybe visualizing your stress and tension melting out from your mouth and away. Continuing to breathe. Last 10 seconds here, really reaching those fingertips out. Pulling that forehead a little bit further ahead, maybe 1 inch forward. Stay and breathe your last 2 cycles of breath. And with an inhale, slowly starting to walk the palms back in towards your body as you come up. Remove the block from your area, keeping it within reach. Roll onto your knees and then press your toes into the earth to activate your feet. Now bring your feet a little closer to touch back there, still engaging the toes, and then sit back onto the top of your heels. Doesn't feel too comfortable, I know. What we're doing is we're stretching the fascia of our feet, our foundation, the part of our body that supports us all day. Yeah, we're letting that lymph drain, and we're creating a flow of energy in the connectivity tissue. An area that we don't often think about or think to release and relax. Yet there is an area on your foot that is correlated and connected to every single organ in your body. So that tells you how important your feet are. So we should be giving our feet a little more love. It's one thing I miss about living in New York was getting those like weekly pedicures from my girl. She was so good. Grace over at Joy Nail Spa in Hicksville. For any of you that are there, go visit her and give her some love. Tip her well. Tell her Amanda, the one that moved to Cali, misses her. Yes, I'm trying to distract you from the pain and from your screaming feet right now. We're only here a little bit longer, guys. You've got this. Let's stretch the arms to distract. Go ahead and put the arms out like zombies. Swoop the right one under the left and then pull the left arm over towards the right. Feel that stretch in your shoulder. Drop your shoulder away from your ear. Just breathe. 2 cycles of breath and switch it out when you're ready. Maybe give a row back. Arms go forward. Left hooks under right. Right arm comes over to the left, stretching that right shoulder. Drop the shoulder away from the ear. Just breathe. Stay for 2 cycles of breath. You're almost there. I promise we're going to get you off those toes. and they're gonna thank you. Exhale, roll those arms back, hands come in front of you, rock onto your knees, lift your feet, and then pedal it out. Yep, go ahead and tap the ground. That feels so good, right? You never think to like beat the front side of your feet, the top side of your feet, or the shoelace side of your feet, as we call it in yoga. All right, once your feet have sustained enough of a beating, go ahead and roll down onto your glutes, kick your legs out in front of you. We're gonna do a little lymphatic drainage here. I want you to take your fists and beat into the bottoms of your feet. You can use the front side, the back side. I like to lift my foot and bring it closer to me and really get in there. So you're really breaking up all of that energy that we just released and allowing it to flow and move out. After you've done both feet, even getting into the top side if you'd like. She deserves love too, as you just discovered. Now you're gonna make little suction cups, little C's with your hands, and you're just gonna use them to percuss alongside your lower limbs. So start with the tops and the bottoms of the feet, and then work your way around the ankles and the shins. Roll over to the calves. And remember, the work you put in is what you get out. So if you're giving it your all, if you're setting your intention that you are draining your lymph, helping cause antioxidant and removal of carcinogens in your body, then that's exactly what you're doing. Go ahead and start to carry it up over the knee, behind the knee, and onto the thigh. Give that hamstring a slap. Walk around to the booty. She's got lymph back there too. Get both sides. When you get to your pelvis, I want you to bring your soles to touch. And before we continue with our lymphatic drainage, inhale, chest rises. Hands grab your ankle, gentle touch. No need to squeeze on here for dear life. We're just stretching. It ain't that serious. So inhale, the chest rises. Pull your belly button into your spine. Envision the crown of your head being pulled towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward. So pull up and then fold out. You can swoop your arms under your legs if you'd like, so that you can draw your forehead in closer towards your feet, or you can absolutely use a block. Placing that block maybe on the tall side, resting it on your feet. You're able to now make that forehead to knee, feet connection without compromising your spine and the pose. Feeling this stretch in the back side of your glutes and your spine. Staying and enjoying a few rounds of breath. Becoming aware of the lymphatic cells vibrating in your lower limbs. You created that. Feel that energy surging and flowing. Not from working a long 12-hour shift as a nurse or 8-9 hours behind a desk and a computer. Not from wearing high heels or construction boots. Or from being an athlete in cleats. Just creating this movement of flow. Resurgence of healthy cells. You can almost feel each cell bumping into one another. Another 2 cycles of breath. Unraveling your arms from under your legs if you bound them. With an inhale, we rise in the chest, putting the block aside. Let's get back to that lymphatic drainage. With fists, we pound into our hip bones and our pelvic area, breaking up any traumatic, emotional energy stored here. Continuing to fist further up the belly to right under the rib cage. And then coming back down into the hip and really working your way into the hip bone. Come along the back side of yourself too, in that lower back area. Bang into your kidneys, your flank on the side. Really breaking up energy, not causing injury, simply breaking up stuck and stagnant energy. Go ahead and rise in your spine. Simply bang out the chest with your fists, working around your décolleté area. If you have an endowed chest, obviously being mindful not to injure yourself. Coming up into the neck space, banging on the top of the shoulders near the trapezius muscle. Feeling that tension kind of start to release as beating yourself up now kind of feels good. And then when you're ready, we're going to work down the arms. So go ahead and lift your left arm out, fingertips long. Start banging alongside your forearm, your bicep, your tricep, your inner arm, the back of your hand, the inside of your left palm, back side of your shoulder and deltoid, and then come into your armpit. Very important, right? You want to break up all that lymph there designed to drain and remove any cancerous cells so that they don't make their way into our breast tissue. And once you've smacked around on that left armpit, go ahead and create a C cup with that right hand and just give that armpit a little suction just to help it out. And walk that energy up and down the arm to the fingertips and then down the side of your body to the hip. Let's go over to the right side. Right arm goes long, fingertips straight out. With a fist, we start banging into our right arm. Your feet are still touching the soles of your feet if possible, because without you even noticing it, you've actually been opening up your hip and hip flexors and pelvic floor this entire time. Ooh, sorry, smacked the microphone. It's getting a little vigorous over here. So continue to drum with your fist along the inside, outside, forearm, bicep, tricep area of your arm, down to the back of your hand, to the fingers, to the palm, to the window, to the wall. We're not going to finish that. This isn't boot camp. And then when you're ready, lift that arm straight up and start banging into your armpit. Get up in there, remove all of that stagnancy and blocked energy sitting inside of your axilla area. Moving that energy up and out through the arm, down the flank. Really getting in there, working around your breast tissue. It's your body. So if you want to get up on that chest, you totally can. Me, I am not that endowed, so I am getting up on there and removing any cancer cells that I can. Working around to the back side of that deltoid. And then when you're ready, make that C cup with your left hand. Suction it out here. Getting that lymph to move. Smacking her around. Show your lymph who's boss. Really, she's boss. Because she can get rid of cancer in your body. Get rid of illness. It's your immune system right there. All right, guys. Once you feel secure with your cupping, go ahead and bang around any last bit of areas on your torso. And now, we're going to save the best for last, okay? We're going to do this region when we lay down in a little bit to come into our meditation. And just listen to my voice. You'll know what to do. All right, guys. From here, we're gonna take a nice, easy twist. What I want you to do is crisscross your legs. See how those hip flexors now come in and they're like, ooh, now you see the work we were doing that whole time. Go ahead and maybe roll out the ankles a little bit too if you want for just a second. You were pressing into them for a bit. With crisscrossed ankles, crisscross applesauce. Inhale, fingertips high. Lock your core, belly button to spine. Exhale, right arm drops back. Left arm comes to the top of your right thigh. Easy twist as we look over our right shoulder behind us. And with every breath in, the top of our head goes towards the ceiling. And with every breath out, we twist, keeping that back arm nice and straight like a kickstand. Nice and high in our spine. Stay and enjoy a few rounds of breath here on your own. And with an inhale, coming back to center. Inhale, fingertips up high. Exhale, you know where we're going, switch it out. Left palm comes back like a kickstand. Right palm comes to the top of your left thigh. And then simply twist over to the left, taking that gaze back over your left shoulder behind you. Nice breaths in, easy breaths out. 2 more rounds of breath, pressing into that back palm so that your spine stays erect. With every breath in, the top of the head, the crown of your head towards the ceiling, as if there's a string pulling you. And with each breath out, maybe twisting a little deeper. Twisting and rinsing the spine. Next, inhale, we come back up to center. Kick your legs out in front of you. We've got a few options here, so grab your blocks. Gentle bend in your knees. We're going to do a seated forward fold. I invite you to wait to take the full expression of this posture where we incorporate your hamstrings. Why? Because if you're here on the West Coast, it's still kind of early. And even if you're on the East Coast or wherever you are in the world, if it's later in the day, your body's probably got a little tightness. So let's ease into the posture by letting that lower back and spine get the love it needs, and then we'll bring in the hamstrings. So, gentle bend in the knees, 1 or 2 blocks, 1 or 2 pillows. You can go ahead and tuck them under your knee if you'd like. Me, I like 1 medium height block under the knees. See how that just kind of makes it like do-do-do-do-do, could be here all day, right? Flex your toes towards the sky. Inhale, fingertips high, just like a seated mountain, belly button into spine. Lift up and pour over with your exhale as you reach for your feet, ankles, or shins. Draw your forehead down towards your kneecaps. And with every breath in, the top of your head comes towards the top of your feet. And with every breath out, that chest drops onto the top of your thighs as your forehead gives in to your knees. Staying and breathing here in this posture, feeling each bit of space as it comes. And only you know what you need, so only you will know when it's time for you to deepen your stretch. Now I'm going to stay right here because this feels really good in my thoracic spine, right in between my shoulder blades. But for those of you that are craving more, only if your lower back has started to release and loosen up can you then maybe lower the height of the block, eventually coming to a full straight leg expression if you choose to incorporate the hamstrings into this stretch. And check in with yourself. Where are your shoulders? Bring them away from the ears, even though you're pulling the top of the head towards the feet. In opposition, you're holding onto your feet, so pull the shoulders back. See how that lengthens the spine and then lets you get a little further down. And if you removed the block or you lowered the height, starting to straighten the legs out a bit to increase the intensity of the spine. I'm going to slowly start to take the block out of my posture so that I can give my hamstrings a little love. Readjusting, realigning as I pour up and over onto my thighs. And we're going to be here for another minute, so take what you need. Move the block, use the block, get rid of the block. Throw the block, just kidding. No anger here. We release the anger and the tension here in our poses by giving in to ourselves, surrendering into our peace. Nothing else matters for these moments that we are together. These 45 minutes, these hour-long sessions. Allow the world to fade away as you just pour into loving yourself. Last 30 seconds here. Maybe coming into your full expression of your pose. And where does your mind go? When you become still. When the world around you isn't always watching, and you feel alone, how can you still feel connected to everything? Because you are always. Last 10 seconds here. Starting to prepare to ascend, bringing our hands in on the sides of our legs, starting to walk them in and up as the chest rises with an inhale. Maybe rolling out the neck once you get to the top. Wiggling your toes, sending love to them. Go ahead and roll over your ankles, crisscross your ankles onto your knees. And come into a tabletop pose. From this tabletop pose, we're going to roll forward onto our knees a little bit, keeping our arms straight, and see how our toes come up towards the sky. Still keeping the knees to the wide edges of the mat. Seal's pose. Feel this stretch your entire core and abdominal section. Gaze is up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, roll over your knees and through back to your child's pose where we began. Inhale, roll up onto your knees, pushing forward. The feet come up towards the sky. Chest forward, gaze to the ceiling. Seal pose. With a breath out, rolling through, using your core as your hips and booty go back and your forehead comes down to the ground. Child's pose. Take 3 more cycles of seal pose to child's pose, using your own breath and your own movement. 2 more. being mindful of the tension in your shoulders and keeping them away from your ears. Last one, you've got this. Rolling back into your child's, rolling up into your seals. Come on back into a neutral tabletop. The shins come back to the earth. Let's bring the knees in a little bit. Kick your right leg behind you so that it's straight, and press your toes into the earth so that they're activated. Walk your palms out a little bit, and then come down onto your forearms. Belly button into your spine to protect with your core. Take your right foot and cross it over your left, putting the top of your right foot to the ground. Let me readjust myself so you can see. So you've got this nice bend in your left knee, top of the left foot to the ground. That right foot is extended back and pressing into the earth. So you're going to lift that right foot up and over the left leg, then flip the top of the foot to the earth. Allow that foot to kind of sink back a little bit. Feel this stretch in your left hip, sending your glutes back a little bit, pressing into your forearms to keep your shoulders out of your ears. This helps release parts of your IT band on the right side. 2 more breath cycles. When you're ready, coming back forward, lifting that right leg up and back down. Then bringing that right knee back in, and we'll switch it out onto the other side. So that right knee is now on the earth, your right foot is flipped to the ground. Extend your left toes back. Press your left toes into the earth. Resting on your forearms. Inhale, lift that left leg up and over with your exhale, resting that left foot down on the ground as you cross over your right leg. Flip the top of your left foot to the earth. And then sink your heels back a tiny bit. Sink your glute back a tiny bit. Rest into that left hip. Allow it to pull as it takes your IT band with it. This is one of our last postures before we come down onto our backs to complete our lymphatic drainage. Being mindful of the way you move. When you move from a place of love, you prevent injury. You prevent pain. When you're ready, slowly lifting that left leg up and back over. Go ahead and walk that right foot back to meet your left. You're in this forearm plank. Gaze is down below. Simply press your palms to the earth and lower to your belly. Bring your forehead down to the ground. Just breathe. Press your palms in towards your side body. Gaze stays down towards the ground. Legs stay planted. Inhale, chest rises, cobra pose. Those elbows should be up and back behind you, so close as if they could touch. We call them cricket legs in yoga, because they kind of look like it. Stay for a cycle of breath. And with an inhale instead of an exhale, simply press yourself back up onto a seat, onto your knees. And then roll down to your glutes. You can bring your blocks with you if you want them for your meditation. Otherwise, put them to the side. And when you're ready, roll down one vertebra at a time. To your back, where we will complete our lymphatic drainage. Go ahead and with a fist, start to bang into your neck. Sorry if this makes a little bit of interference with the microphone. Come on the inside, the right side, the left side. Get the back of your neck the best you can. Really banging into the triceps, creating a sense of stress relief. And then when you're ready, using your fingertips, simply gliding them down your neck space. So just gently gliding down the skin of your neck space to send all of that lymph back down towards the heart so it can drain. Maybe working into your clavicle area. And when you've given your neck enough love, starting to tap on the head with your fingertips lightly around the forehead, around the cheeks. Get into the eyes and the sockets, the nose, the lips. Get into the jaw and the jawline, working your way under the jaw. And then start to tap along your scalp into your hair, relaxing your scalp muscles and allowing the lymph to drain. Tap along the back side of your head, the back side of your neck. Come above your eye sockets and with a firm press, roll your fingers over the bony prominence of your eye, your upper eye bone, feeling the tension and stress melt away from your forehead. Make a little circle in your temple region with a light touch. And then bring your fingers over to your ears and start to rub out your earlobes with a gentle touch. Massaging the cartilage of your upper ear, behind your ear, giving a gentle tug on each lobe. And then press your fingers into the inside of your ear. Squint your eyes and your face so tight. And as you release your ears, open mouth, exhale, stick your tongue out. Ah! Lion's breath. Make some noise. Do 3 more of those on your own. So inhale, squeeze your face like you're angry. Open mouth, exhale, tongue sticks out. Ah! Lion's breath. 2 more on your own count. Inhale. Ah! Exhale, lion's breath. Sorry for the extra noise on the mic. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Ah! That frees up the lymph in your ears. Go ahead and continue to massage the lobes and your cartilage a little bit longer. And then when you're ready, pull your ear forward and tap the back of your ear and skull, allowing the lymph to drain back there. And then tap it down the left side of your neck, down the right side of your neck, letting it all be released. Switch ears if you haven't already. Folding the other one forward, you start to tap on the back of the ear, along the skull, the attachment point. See how nice that feels. When you feel like you've had enough, simply gliding your hands over like you're sweeping energy away, down the arms, down the chest, lift the leg, down the legs, down the face, kind of like plucking the energy off of the face like you could grab it and throw it. moving your fingers through your hair, brushing away the energy, and then shaking your arms out above you, maybe making some noise, blow a raspberry, relax the fascia in your face. And when you're ready, bring those knees into your chest. Rock from left to right, massaging the tops of your glutes. Draw your knees in towards your armpit area. Kick the bottoms of your feet towards the sky. Reach for the inside or outside edges of your feet or ankles. Happy baby pose. Rocking from left to right. Massaging the kidneys, the adrenal glands as you feel the surge of energy in all of your cells. Homeostasis is restored. Optimal function and health returned. You've had enough in your happy baby pose. Bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Draw your forehead to your kneecaps. Give them a kiss for being your foundation every day without you asking. Open mouth, exhale. Kick those legs long. Allow your feet and ankles to roll out at their sides. Your arms drop at your side body, palm side facing up to receive all the love and space that you have created in this time. Closing your eyes, allow your thoughts to just melt away. Nothing else matters in these moments. In through the nose, drawing the energy up to your third eye, seeing your peace. Open mouth, exhale, release, allowing that peace to take over your body. Where does your mind go in these moments? When things slow down, and clarity can come to the mind through stillness. How do you speak to yourself in those moments when you feel like you're not enough? Allow me to be the reminder that you have always been enough. Only you know what you need. Go out in this life and take it. Do not let another person be the decision maker for your life and its awaiting adventures. Breathe into love for yourself, for showing up here today and for the next 8 weeks with me during our wellness challenge. Thank you so much for being here. And I invite you to stay in the Shavasana as long as you like. Allowing the sound of the healing bowl to vibrate every cell, just like they did when we did our lymphatic drainage. But if you are ready to reawaken to your Sunday, soulfully, slowly, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll out your ankles and wrists. Gently rock your head from left to right. And take a good morning stretch when you're ready. Toes point long out in front of you. Arms go way back behind you, overhead. to your favorite side. Cradling your face with your lower bicep like a pillow. Press your top palm into the earth. We rise by lifting others. Gently bring yourself up to a comfy seat, facing the front of your mat with your eyes closed. Bringing your hands in a prayer pose to your heart space. Drop your forehead down when you're ready, connecting your fingertips to your heart, your head, your mind, and your heart here, aligned as one. Deep breath in. Exhale, we bow to seal our practice. Namaste. Namaste in this state of peace. And I hope that you guys do too through the rest of your weekend and week. And for those of you that are a part of the fitness challenge, you'll be receiving emails today with all the information and resources that you need. And anyone that wants to join last minute, I can make that happen. So reach out, we'll get you in. Our Reiki Healing Certification Program starts the 6th, next Sunday, 1 week from today. And that's all on Zoom, along with our workshops, which are still all on Zoom. Mondays, we have breathwork at 6. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we get fun and fit. Wednesdays, we have our journal and book gang at 6 p.m. And third Friday of the month, every month, is our full moon circle. So this month is March 18th at 6 p.m. All of those times are Pacific Standard Time. And you can stay tuned